Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I figured I would show you how I make the dogs dinner. So I have cleaned out their bowls. I always make sure they have fresh, clean bowls. That way they don't have any of that acne on them. I use soap and water, just clean it out. These are their pork chops. I do about 1.5 pounds. I give Bruno 1 pound. And I give Diesel a half. Bruno's my Cane Corso, 4 years old. Diesel is almost 2. His birthday's in October. And he's my pitbull, Staffordshire pit. So they're actually waiting very patiently. Huh, buddy? You wait like such a good boy? Yeah, you always wait right there. And Deezy's, you waiting for yours, huh? Yep, it's almost ready. So the boys know that the food is almost ready. I'm going to go ahead and put their hard food, because you always want to feed them hard food. We use From Family, don't we, boys? It's a green bag, and I just use a little cup scoop. That's what it looks like. And it's for large breed dogs. Because Bruno is a Cane Corso, obviously large breed. And Diesel just loved his food, and vet said it was okay for him to eat it. So you've been eating it ever since, huh? Yeah. So I give them 2 cups each. This is how big the cup is. Okay, boys. Now, we have their rice cooking. I like to give them rice with their hard food because it fills them up more. They're not too keen on vegetables. So we don't really do vegetables much. Sometimes they'll eat carrots, but very rarely. Obviously, corn's not good to feed them. They love corn, but we don't want to feed them that. So yeah, I mean, just really rice. The pork chops. I do cut it up into small pieces because Bruno will wolf his food down. And Diesel, he eats actually pretty slowly, but he likes it cut into smaller pieces. So I do this every single lunch for them and every single dinner. It's a little bit late tonight. It's about 8 o'clock, but usually they have their dinner at 6. And they have their lunch at noon. And I always put their hard food, clean hard food in. And, you know, you always want to make sure the dog's bowls are clean anyway. You don't want them, you wouldn't want to eat out of a nasty bowl, right? That's what I always think. But anyway, so just cutting up the rest of these. For this one, I'm going to give to Bruno. I just gave Diesel that whole other pork chop, and I'll show you his bowl in just a minute. Now Bruno, my Cane Corso, he doesn't need like super small pieces because he wolfs everything down anyway. I don't even think he swallows. But they refuse to eat their hard food without any meat. Yes, it's my fault. I started them out on meat. But if you put hard food there, if Diesel gets hungry enough, Diesel will go over and start snacking. Bruno will refuse. He will not eat that hard food unless there is meat in there. So, and that's my Cane Corso. We tried him on raw, but he never liked raw. Why? I don't know, honestly. He never really got a taste for it. And he just likes cooked food better, I guess. He loves rotisserie chicken more than my chicken. So sometimes he'll refuse my chicken, and then I'll have to put it in a frying pan and heat it up with butter. Isn't that ridiculous? Because he wants like a little bit of taste to it. Steak, he'll eat all day long, believe me. You put a steak in front of him, he's gonna chomp that. Chicken, sometimes, Alexa, stop. The rice is done. Alexa, stop. Chickens sometimes.
Trouble communicating with Fire TV. Check your device's network connection and power supply.
Chicken will make them itch. So I don't always like to feed them chicken, even though it's super, super cheap, especially like drumsticks, chucking pork everywhere. But yeah, and again, you know, sometimes Bruno will be like, yeah, you know what? I don't want chicken. Thanks a lot. And then he'll snub it, and then I'll get really mad because I'll sit there and cook, and there's times where he actually won't touch it. Sometimes he'll do that with pork, never steak. Hot dogs, he's not too keen on either. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I broke it up. Okay. This one here is Diesel's. So you can see, you know, I don't really give Diesel too much. But I give him enough so, you know, he's not going to be hungry. So, you know, good amount, about a half a pound there. And Bruno, this is what Bruno gets. So, again, what I like to do is I like to grab the rice. Look at that now. And you can see they're so sweet. They're waiting patiently. You are waiting like such a good boy, aren't you, buddy? Yes, you tell everybody you are such a good boy. You too, Bruno. I know, I haven't forgotten about you. You are such a wonderful man too. Thank you. Thank you so much for your good waiting, okay? Mama's almost finished. Let's get your rice. They don't want to wait any longer, so. I would skip the rice, but I want their stomachs to be full. Okay, boys, now listen. We gotta do rice, but the rice has gotta cool. Okay, so we gotta give Mama just a little bit. We're gonna put the rice over here. Okay. You should see the boys. They're so funny. Getting the rice from the stove. Okay, I'm gonna let it drain. All right, Diesel. Go and grab some rice. Okay, boys. Gotta drain the water out of it. Hold on. So it's funny, they don't leave my side. Huh, you right by Mama. You too. Yep. So they'll stay right here, right by me. The whole entire time. I know, boys. It'll be just another moment. Now, if I were to put their bowls down, you guys, and it didn't have any meat, they would both walk away. And they would wait patiently. They would wait. They would stare at me. But they would not eat the dog food without any meat. This is just a rice boil in a bag. It's actually really cheap. I was getting the ones where you put in the microwave. You get like 2 to a package for $2. But this super cheap. I think it was like $2 something, maybe $3. And then you get, how many come in here? 6 bags. So it's pretty worth it. And then you get a lot of rice to it too. Like if you look at the amount of rice, sorry for the hand there, you can see all that there, which is a good amount. I can actually give the dogs half of it and save half for tomorrow. So I'll just pop it in the fridge and do that. So I like to let it cool by the air conditioner because it takes a lot less time. Yes, we do. We just want to eat. Say, come on, Mom. Cooling off your rice. And you could just see the air conditioner. I just used to cool it off. It's like super quick. Go ahead and cool this off. Yes. You see them in the background. Where are you? Over my shoulder? There you are, sweetie. You are waiting like such a good boy. Yes, you are. Okay. Let's get them fed. Sweet boy. Where's your brother? Always sitting there like such a good boy. And you always got your leg out. Yeah? It's almost ready, okay? Such good babies. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit for brother. Not too much. Don't put too much in here because I don't really like it really, really ricey, but you know, enough to where you remember how much was on the plate. We had a whole plate, so I gave them each like a quarter of the plate. I'll show you their bowls in a second. But yeah, just kind of throw it over the top. And if you notice that your dogs, you know, kind of need something else or want something else, or there you go. So again, you know, probably doing like another scoop for Diesel. This is Diesel's right here, my pit bulls again. And you can see not a ton of rice, but there. And then lastly, what do we like to do, boys? We actually like to take the gravy and we like to pour it in. So I do like to come over to the pan and all of that goodness. I do like just to pour a little bit in here. And especially with Bruno being as picky as he is, I love to kind of give him a little bit more flavor. So this, do this. Okay guys, I want to make sure the rice is fully cooked before I give it to the dogs. I know the pork is good, but... Okay, sweet boys, here we go. Mama's gonna check. What I do is I just pick up a piece of pork, and if I can tear it apart with my hands and it's not hot, it's good enough for the dog's mouth. The rice is good to go. It's not hot at all. All set. And rice cools pretty quickly too, I noticed. Bruno's, I gave him more, but nope, his is good too. Okay, you guys ready? Ready to see the dogs and how excited they get? Okay, boys. We go. Now, I always give Diesel his first. Diesel's. Okay. There we go. Yep, Bruno, yours is coming. Okay. And there is Bruno's. Bruno doesn't like to be taped. I'm sorry. Go ahead and eat. I'll leave you alone. Diesel doesn't mind being taped, so we will show everybody how much you love it. And then Mama is able to touch all your food. You should be able to do like this with your dog's food. Touch anything you want to. Pet them, do anything. Oh, sweetheart, you're fine. That way, if anybody goes up to their food, they don't growl, they don't snarl at you. I've taught them since they were babies. Same thing with Bruno. Bruno's a big luggy, right? But I could go ahead and do anything I want to do. Go ahead, sweet man. You are such a good boy. Mama's so proud of you. Yes, you are. And then the water, Diesel refuses to drink any water but Bruno's. Why? I have no idea. But yeah, we keep that water there, and I change it probably about 36 times a day. All right, say see you later. Thanks so much for joining us for dinner, and let me know what you feed your dogs. Take care.